Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 9. Continuing with our coverage of the group stage, move to Group Stage A for a match between myself and Houston, who's in the chat, and I'm casting, so hey, we're both here. Gonna be on the Boneyard for Game 1. I have first faction pick. I actually take Con F. Houston takes Con F2, so it's gonna be a KVK, and I'm like, well, okay, we'll go Boneyard then. It's a comfort pick for me. I don't get the spawn that I wanted, but I think I planned on going for... Well, that's a little awkward. Actually, the smoke cooldown is pretty low. It's probably not gonna be a problem. Looks like I'm keeping this base burner. I was gonna say I'm gonna go for Rail Rush, like always, but perhaps not, actually. No way you can stand up to the almighty Houston these days. I mean, hey, you're right. I've been really struggling these days. Actually, this series, though, was played about a week and a half. No. Oh, it's been a while now. It's been like 2 weeks, huh? Yeah, this was back in November. Like right after Thanksgiving when the tournament started. But I was actually in Washington with my girlfriend, so I was playing this on my laptop. So this is prime chances for Houston to win here, because you know I'm gonna have the chugging frames, right? But let's see. Sandskimmer Fab started for Houston already. It's done for me already. Actually, yeah. Never mind. What am I saying? This is a little bit later than I expected. But I'm not sure what his plan is. It looks like he's going to be going BDs as well, but he hasn't queued any up yet, so... Well, neither have I. So I guess we're both just kind of waiting there. Looks like it is a soul chip tech for me, so... Obviously, when I picked Boneyard, I had Rail Rush in mind, but it looks like we're not going to go with that. It's going to be a soul chips instead. First contact starts right here, but I do have the high ground, so if we take this trade... Should look... Oh my gosh. The dunes are kind of messing with me right there. Second skim comes out for both of us at once. Now remember, I'm trying to micro this on my laptop, alright? So, but it looks like this trade is going to go okay for me. Yeah, I do get that first kill, but he actually has the guys coming out just very slightly faster, which is going to be pretty good for him. I have a soul chip tech on the way though, Houston not with anything yet, so... And he's actually starting to float quite a lot of RUs as a result. So we'll have to see what he's planning. But right now, trade's actually going well for him here. It's 2-2, I suppose. A little bit of high ground I could have gotten on this hill here, but it looks like I didn't. So that's gonna bite me just a little bit. Not building another skim, it looks like I'm waiting for... Nope, I killed another one up there. So not gonna wait for a soul chip tech to finish. But I've got a BD on the way now from the base runner. I'm also bringing back into the front line here. Houston's still just kind of chilling here. He's not planning on bringing that guy forward anytime soon, it doesn't look like. But I've got smoke ball ready on the space burner, so I can buy a bit of time if I need it. Blast drones take a long time to build, though, you gotta realize, so this is still only halfway done. It's like 35 more seconds. Should consider it unavailable for this fight right here. Going pretty well for me, though, actually. I'm managing to get some pretty nice engages off these dunes here. There's the first assault chip now. Smoke gonna get popped now, which is actually kind of a weird timing, because now I have, like, the Kingmaker on the field, if you will, so I kind of want to just leave that. Like, let this fight happen, but, Railgun Fab almost done for Houston, so it looks like he's actually going for the Rail Rush instead this time. Armor 1 done for me now. I've got 2 assault chips out also. So he needs to be building rails pretty much ASAP here. He may be, because... No, he's actually building more skims. I think that's a mistake. Because you're not really going to fight the assault chips with well, anything but rails, I guess, in this scenario. Yeah, we do have an assault rail in the queue now. Thing you have to realize with assault rails, they should usually beat assault chips, I would say, except you have to be really careful, because if you let them get up close to you, the assault chip still has a lot more DPS, so you will lose that trade. But he's got a lot of skims right now. This is kind of the big difference, I think, on the field. So one assault rail and this many skims, he should be able to hold off the attack pretty well. I guess that is fair, Houston. You need a bit of room, but the assault chips are actually faster. The only reason like I don't just stick on you is because I feel like I'm gonna run into a trap or something. Because there could be BDs, right? And they actually do quite a lot of damage to assault chips here. This is what he's talking about, though. So one rail goes down, which is very, very nice for me. He needs to get like 3 or 4 of these, right? So holding down his numbers early is very, very good for me. And my plan here is really to go back to ref mode. If he gives me a window to just kill everything, I'll go for it. But that usually doesn't happen. That's what I'm thinking is, okay, I need to contain him and then go back up on the eco. Oh dear, this is very awkward. Carrier block and salvagers right there. These assault rails really up too close. Yeah, looks like he's getting back in the way. That is wise, because otherwise they'll get jumped on over the hill. Ref mode available for Houston as well. Now, I would actually tech to this right now. Oh, and he's going to. Okay, that's great. Because if you can just hold the defense, then it means, okay, I'll be able to pop back up on the eco, my opponent can't, so I'm ahead, right? And that's what you want in the early games, just get ahead. Uh-oh, what's this? Well, I mean, you can't blame Houston for not realizing. I didn't even see this happening. Looks like a nice BD hit for me then. Gonna kill 3 assault rails there. Desperately trying to micro this one guy back. It looks like he's actually gonna get out, which is great. Cruise missile's a bit of a whiff too here. These guys are up on the eco. Yeah, once these assault rails fall, it's just all of a sudden it's really bad times for Houston. And again, like I said, you know, you don't really plan on getting damage done with the assault ship build, right? But I mean, hey, if it happens, you'll take it, right? And Houston knows, like, yeah, okay, I see how this is gonna end, so he just GG's right out. He's not interested in playing this one out, which I'm kind of fine with that, because otherwise it takes a really long time to finish when you go with the assault ship build. But so game 1 going in my favor, very nice. Want to play after this cast? No, I think I'm just gonna do a whole bunch of casting. I've been missing it. Speaking of which, game 2. And as for the rest of this week, I don't know how available I'll be, because like I said, you know, finals are starting today, so. But we'll see. Game 2, gonna be on the shallows. This is Houston's pick. He has the faction first. I take Saban. He takes Saban. I'm actually gonna take Coalition to match. Sad cat. He doesn't want to humiliate you on stream. Yeah, exactly. That's definitely it. You noticed I played Conf last game. I'm just kind of trying to mix things up. I don't want to just play Galaxy in every game this tournament like I did last time. So, just having a bit of fun here. So it is Coalition this time. Shallows ult, of course. I'm obliged to say good things about this map because I made it. But it looks like I'm going to go for LEV spam here. I have one LDM queued up already. No production upgrade early like we saw Cookies doing. And a bit of a missed cook drop there. Oh my. But we're going to start putting 2 LDMs onto the CUs here, so. You think swap the extract? Huh. I guess because, like, having this extraction zone encourages me to camp your third. Is that kind of the idea? Anyway, LEV Fab is done here. You should know on this map, like, LDMing from the second base is a little bit inefficient, I think, because they have to round the corner, so it's quite a long distance. So this is maybe a little bit weaker than it could have been. Oh, shoot, yeah, I remember the one that you're talking about, right. Well, I can go ahead and do that anytime I like, I suppose, now that we've got access to the repository, don't we? Well, I haven't actually asked you for the, I haven't actually asked you to give me access to it yet. Maybe I'll do that after this. But that should be an easy fix. AV Fab on the way for Houston pretty early here. And I do have production upgrade queued now. Here comes the probe. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking when I put him in this position, Cookies. But I think it turns out that, like, holding your opponent's third is just as valuable as holding yours, right? So it kind of just makes you, like... It kind of just makes you want to play around, like, this corner of the map instead. But I'm not sure. I mean, the way it is kind of encourages it not to snowball with, like, extractions, because if you're just holding your third, you're not going to just extract for free forever. By the way, Probe going to get hunted down here. That's quite nice for me. So, I mean, there could be a reason not to do it. I guess I'll have to really take a look at it, but I feel like it's not a bad idea. At least I want to try it, so. This is looking pretty nice, by the way. I've got Assault Pack on the way, almost done here. We do have Heavy Vehicles Armor 1 coming out for Houston, but here I've got the turret set up. So obviously he can push me a bit here now. Obviously I have to give a lot of room to these AVs here, but he can't just run into the turret. So this is still totally fine for me, and I'm still denying his second base. So this is about when I'm going to start looking to get up onto 2 base. And you can see I do have 2 RU salvagers up now, so looking to get a couple more RUs in the bank here. probably the next thing you see me build is LAVs. Okay, never mind. I was expecting a sport cruiser for myself there, but we'll see what the plan is. I could cancel these and queue a sport cruiser right now if I wanted to, right? But looks like that's not in the cards just yet. Eventually, Houston stacks up enough AVs that he can push this turret, certainly, right? And that's kind of what you would expect to happen, but the question is, like, how much time can I buy? And that's why I'm saying I should be building a sport cruiser faster, because all of this time that he can't push out and, like, get rid of this turret is time that I can get ahead on eco, basically. Sport cruiser is queued for me, though. It's about halfway done. Houston actually finishing one first. It's about to pop here. I've got to say, LAV play just looks good, you know what I mean? Like, when people play it, it looks really strong, so I really wanted to try it out this game. Turret, by the way, really chunking this SC. That's not really what I expected. Houston gonna wish he had, like, rotated the... Oh, dear, he's got the turning gem ready to go. Oh, what's he doing? Maybe he's hoping that he can get, like, even more with this, but the base runner dropping the targeting gem around the turret would have been, I think, preferable to that. But that's okay, he took a lot of damage to this sport cruiser here, but he's mostly alright. I mean, obviously he can still get up onto 2 base. The question is, does this add like a vulnerability to his side now? But it'd be one that I can't just automatically exploit, so not the end of the world. But it is a little bit rough there. Gonna wish he had rotated his carrier around before he did that. Artifact comes out for me, by the way. Obviously I had the base runner, I set the turret down, but I'm gonna get an artifact with this also. Hey, another bot to ban. I like how they're kind of cutely trying to disguise the message by like putting all these special characters on it and whatever, but oh well. Thanks, A-Game. Railgun Fab done with me, done for me now. We have fighter and gunship actually queuing for Houston, so he's planning on going air this game. Not a bad choice, I would say. The problem is, what if I go for air? I feel like I'm ahead, so I would have the advantage there, but because you know what I always say, air is a really good choice when you're ahead, because if your opponent deals with air, they can't really, like, if they defend against the air, they can't really defend against the ground, which is going to come. But rails are good for me here, because obviously he does have those AVs, so I guess maybe this was a nice call, because I kind of had to go for, rails to deal with the AVs there. I like the attempt at the targeting jammer too. He was trying to, oh shoot. Well, thanks, Houston. Anyway, I like the attempt to drop the targeting jammer onto the rails here. He doesn't quite make it, so that is going to be a dead AV from Houston there. Might even get another one here. Ooh, I should really finish this kill if I can. Yeah, I can. So down goes that AV. Very nice for me. Got another turret set up too here. This is just for defense. I mean, he could still push on me with these AVs. But yeah, Houston building air like you should, but I have a second base runner out now. I didn't get the inventory upgrade. I kind of regret this. I feel like that's, it used to be one of these upgrades you never got, right? Because it's like, base runner inventory. But we realized that, like, with the anti-air capabilities of a base runner, this is actually quite a good thing to get, so. And it's not very expensive at all. I mean, 100 by 40, that's like almost nothing, so. I probably should have gotten that, actually. And then this guy would already be ready to sit down like an anti-air turret if I needed it. As it stands, though, putting a lot of artifact pressure up here. I have 2 base runners holding artifacts in tow. And I see the blip on the sensors. Oh, no, actually, I just see what that is. It's an AV, so I have to back away a bit, but he's not going to get through these LAVs with that, so I'm not too worried about it. 2 strike fighters done now for Houston. Looks like another sport cruiser being built for me, so you know I want to mobilize my carrier soon. Makes sense, right? Because obviously I've gotten an artifact out. I think I'm going to get 2 more. Whoa, what killed that? Oh, the rails, I guess. But yeah, I want to mobilize this carrier because I feel like it's going to be strong pretty soon. Sport cruiser anti-air being picked up then. I suppose that's because I feel like I'm going to make a carrier power play, so I want to have SCs in tow. That's really fortuitous for me because obviously my opponent does have air. More importantly, though, I think it's me being on 3 base right now, right? It's going to be tough because he's on 2 base, right? And 2 is less than 3. I don't know if you knew this. So I am just kind of passively going to build up a bigger army here. Assault cruiser fab now started for Houston. That's a fun tech. I always like to see assault cruisers. Even more than that, I love Assault Cruiser Anti-Air for some reason. I can't explain it, but I'm just like obsessed with this. Anti-Air turret post getting set down for me now. Base run inventory, like I said, good tech. This case I didn't need it, but this is obviously why you get that tech, is that you can put this down immediately if you need it. That air could have been revealed earlier. Right now, though, it looks like Houston kind of throwing a little bit of these strike fighters away here. Second anti-air turbo, I don't think I need that. But, well, it's too late now. It's going to get deployed. I mean, hey, anti-air is always nice, but I probably didn't need a second one. I mean, obviously, I have the infinite casto vision, but even without that, I've already got one post here. I probably am not going to need another. Another base burner, by the way. Wow, I'm really pushing that angle. So, fourth artifact, I suppose, for me, picked up here by this base burner. Gonna start bringing that to the extraction zone. I do have, obviously, rails out, too. And Assault Cruiser tech is done now, but, I don't know, it's pretty questionable if he'll be able to build it, isn't it? Because obviously, you know, I'm here. This has to be answered right now. And that's how he's going to choose to answer it, I suppose, is by surrendering. To be fair, that's really not a bad call. This is a carrier with a lot of... Whoa. Accidentally exited the game insta. That's a carrier with a lot of power set up there. He really didn't have anything to fight back, so I can understand the choice. So it'll be a pretty quick 2-0 for me then. Unfortunate for Houston, because like I said, I was playing on my laptop. This is the time to shine if you got it, but unfortunately not going to be working for him, so I get a 2-0 there. But yeah, nice, very nice try, I'd say, from him. Good games overall. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, people on YouTube who are going to watch this eventually. I swear, I'll get around to it.